Chandra Mohan Jain, Professor Chandra Mohan Jain, known as Osho, born on 11th December 1931 in Raisin, attained Samadhi on 19th January 1990 in Pune in India. Osho said, falling in love, you remain a child. Rising in love, you mature. By and by, love becomes not a relationship. It becomes a state of your being. Not that you are in love, now you are love. Rajneesh, also known as Acharya Rajneesh, Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh, and later as Osho, was an Indian God-man, mystic and founder of the Rajneesh movement. During his lifetime, he was viewed as a controversial new religious movement, leader and mystic. In the 1960s, he traveled throughout India as a public speaker and was a vocal critic of socialism, arguing that India was not ready for socialism and that socialism, communism and anarchism could evolve only when capitalism had reached its maturity. Rajneesh also criticized Mahatma Gandhi and the orthodoxy of mainstream religions. Rajneesh emphasized the importance of meditation, mindfulness, love, celebration, courage, creativity and humor. Qualities that he viewed as being suppressed by adherence to static belief systems, religious tradition and socialization. In advocating a more open attitude to human sexuality, he caused controversy in India during the late 1960s and became known as the sex guru and the rich man's guru. Osho said, falling in love, you remain a child. Rising in love, you mature. Falling in love, you remain a child, you become childish. Hence, most of the people intend to either commit suicide or try to attack another person or try to kill somebody else. You become too much violent, falling in love. Rising in love, you mature. Rising from the love, that is in our school we try to teach the children, the first look is crush for you. You see a film actor, a film actress, it's always a crush. But later on you find out that has to mature to make it to like you. You should like a person. The first one is crush. Seeing the crush, do not get involved, because all that glitters is not that gold. Falling in love, you remain a child. Rising in love, you mature. The first one is crush, and later on you have to teach the children that you have to start liking the person. You have to understand the person. Liking is different from crush. Crush is just an instant. Yes. Rising in love, you mature. And then when love happens, then you sit and discuss whether you wanted to have a long-term relationship or you wanted to make it as a way of life. Falling in love, you remain a child. Rising in love, you mature. By and by, love becomes not a relationship. Love becomes not a relationship. It becomes a state of your being, that hard, deep work. Most of them who crowded around Rajneesh or Osho, all those who crowded around Sri Ravi Shankar or Mata Amritamai and Baba Ramdev, they all were lazy people. They did not work very hard. Hence, there was a trouble going on around the country because people were very angry. People who worked very hard couldn't find even time to relax. And how come this many monkeys were sitting around a guru? So the way the leader leads and not yields to pressure tactics is what we have been taught. A leader should work very, very hard, harder than anybody else, and then he can lead. If he cannot work very hard, then he yields to pressure tactics, he yields to the lazy groups surrounding him and makes him a nobody. And then the religion and the religious movement and the tactics to find out the psychological problems behind the human psyche all crushes. Falling in love, you remain a child. Rising in love, you mature. Yes, love, that crush. The crush should move into like and love. You cannot do a little work and you should say, I eat only this much and I'm very tired. No, no, no. From crush, you should go to like. Like means you should go deeper. And when it becomes a love, that means you fall down 7 times with your giddiness, working very hard, and you sweat to take out the 7 rounds of your sweat out from your body, all the dirt from your body, the last talent from the body. In that last talent, you really find the love. In that finding the love, you find a relationship. By and by, love becomes not a relationship; it becomes a state of your being. Rajini said, Osho said. People forgot that. When it becomes a way of life, then you know, no work, no food. How come you dance without working very, very hard? When you work very, very hard, you can dance very, very much. That dance becomes, you don't become a dancer, you become dancing. You melt with the whole body becomes an instrument. You melt with your body to join with your nature. And then you know you have roared like a 1,000-man warrior. You can feel like a 1,000-man warrior. Otherwise, all that is borrowed knowledge. All that is crushed. It has not even reached a stage of like and love. Hence, the people who crowded around Rajneesh and Shrishi and Baba and Sattar, all those people were only crushed, and the world got very angry. The people should be like Dionysius is pushing people to work very, very hard. And then you find there is a massive creation, a creation inside the temple of the rainwater harvesting, converting rainwater harvesting into trenches and groundwater recharging, and into the check dams, and then converting into the grey water harvesting, black water harvesting, and into the drip irrigation. Such should be the power of it. By and by, love becomes not a relationship. It becomes a state of your being. Once it becomes a state of your being, you yourself knows, you without working very hard, without contributing something back to the nature, without giving to the people who are around you, without sharing with around you, you cannot even sing, you cannot even dance. And when that happens, you work very, very hard. You can find the dance and the song, the like and the love relationship with your family, the deep intimate relationship with your wife, deep intimate relationship with your husband, the deep intimate relationship with your family. That strengthens the joint family, and that becomes the family tree. It becomes a state of your being. That family tree be state of your being. Not that you are in love, now you are love, now you are the tree, you are the family tree. And when you become the family tree, it becomes a powerful pyramid that which person can touch you. As long as you don't become a family tree, you are wavering, chanchala, and you create chanchala with everybody, wavering with everybody, and then you find only pain. No pain, no gain. That gain never comes. You find only pain, and in that pain you don't see the divine, you see only the devil, because the body is dirty. From the dirty things which is coming out in the dance is not a dance, because you are not melted with the dance. You are doing because others are doing. You have been hypnotized. You a mass hypnotism by the leader, and the leader also got hypnotized, and the leader started becoming a drug addict, and the people around him become a drug addict. Without working, laziness is also drug addict. Hence, many things crashed. Osho said, falling in love, you remain a child. Rising in love, you mature. By and by, love becomes not a relationship. It becomes a state of your being. Not that you are in love. No, you are love. This is my 268th small.